Hello, thank you for watching another segment of our Methadone Dispenser tutorial. What we'll be covering in today's session is one of the newest features that we've added, and that is barcode integration. So what is barcode integration? We've received a lot of requests from customers who, during dispensing methadone, that their pharmacy system allows a capability of printing a barcode on the dispensing label. And what that barcode is that it's just a 1D or single dimensional barcode, which is a code 128 format, and it's just a bunch of numbers that you can use a barcode scanner, such as a symbol 2200 series scanner, that you can actually take the scanner and just print the or scan the barcode into where the prescription ID field is right up here. And what the system will then do, or what the methadone dispenser software will do, is that it'll try to decode the barcode and capture the quantity that needs to be dispensed automatically. Now, this definitely provides advantages because it uh, goes out and auto dispenses for you as well, which is which makes the whole process more streamlined for those who are doing a lot of volume of methadone dispensing. So how do we set this up? So let's go to the software and look at some of the primary settings responsible for barcode integration. So the first thing we need to do is to go to the barcode settings tab. And what you'll notice over here is that we do provide some information on what that means. So we actually have an example picture of what a barcode should look like. And this specific barcode, there's a 7-character prefix, and that 7-character prefix is basically the prescription transaction ID. And then we have a 6-character postfix, which is basically the dose information. So it's a 6 characters, and the the characters, as you can see, so 100 would stand for a dose of 100 milligrams, for example. So in order to integrate barcode into your process, what you would need to do is enable barcode integration. So in order to do that, we go to Edit, and the Edit button exposes all the settings. So we're going to select Enable Barcode Integration. Now, one change, excuse me, so one change that you would have to make based on this information is the dose decimal places. So if your label has a 1 decimal place or more, this is where you would come to configure this. So in our case, the 100, there is no decimal places. So 100 would represent actually the quantity of 100 milligrams of the medication to be dispensed. So I'm going to change this to 0. Now, all these settings are pretty much what these are. So the total barcode number of characters. So code 128 would sometimes give you 11, 12, or 13 characters. So what we have to define over here is how many characters your barcode is. How many characters are the prefix? How many characters are the postfix? the decimal places, and if we do want to handle end of line character when you scan your barcode. And that is a setting on your symbol handheld scanner that you'll be using. And then finally, we have the barcode auto launch dispenser. So auto launch dispenser is pretty much for as soon as the 13 characters have been identified in your scan, what the system will do is that it will automatically go and address or command the dispensing procedure for you. And I'll show you an example with and without auto dispense. So right now I'm just going to leave auto dispense to true. So I'll have it checked. And then what I'm going to do is that I'm going to click on save settings. So now your settings have been saved. So now let's try and run a dispense routine. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to scan my barcode right here. And as you can see, you saw a small screen pop up that went and actually dispensed the medication for you. Now, in order to confirm that that actually happened, we can either go to the logs and enter the prescription. Obviously, we have to select today's date and the prescription number, and then we do a search. And as you can see, that a 1 ml dose was actually dispensed. Now, one thing to mention is that we saw the auto dispensing routine run automatically for us. So should you want to set up the system that during an entry of a barcode that you do not want the auto dispensing system to automatically dispense for you and wait for your command to hit the dispense button, then what we would need to do is we can come to the dispenser settings, and you see this auto dispense, we would have to uncheck that and click on save. All right. So now let's see what the reaction to the setting is. So we can go up here and we can again scan another barcode. All right. So as you can see, what happened is that we entered a barcode and it didn't auto dispense this time. We got a confirmation screen to be able to now confirm that the correct dose has been captured before we actually go and dispense the medication. So at this point in time, what we can do is that we can hit the dispense button and run the dispenser. Another way to check whether the dose was actually dispensed is that we can start typing the prescription ID. And as you can see, as we're typing, we're getting a real-time feedback on the doses that match the prescription or the transaction number to what has actually been logged in the system. Now, as we can see, there is a 0.5 ml dose, which is actually our most recent dispense that we did, which confirms the auto dispensing setting that we were running with. Now, we can also go and set up the barcode integration to not launch the dispensing routine for us. And this is what this means. I'm going to change the setting and see what the reaction is. So I'm going to uncheck this and I'm going to save. So now let's go to our dispense screen and actually put another barcode in there. All right. So see what happened this time. As soon as we enter the barcode, nothing happened. The whole system is just waiting for interaction before anything happens. So at this point in time, it has captured the barcode. It has captured the quantity to dispense. It does set the quantity to dispense at the correct value. And what we now need to do is actually interactively dispense the medication. All right. So when we go back to the logo here, let's see whether we see the most recent dispense, and there we go. We do see it. So that's what I wanted to pretty much showcase in today's session. Should you require additional information, you can send us an email at info@methadonedispenser.com or visit our website www.methadonedispenser.com. Thank you for watching.